Court now has another look at your forecast.
That's right, Lauren, and the heat persisting but not quite as oppressive as we head into your Friday. It's a pleasant start to the day this morning with some areas that are several degrees cooler than yesterday morning at this time, but the heat again persisting. Although high temperatures do look to end up around 2 to maybe even 3 degrees shy of yesterday's, so not quite as bad for the heat, but the heat persists through the weekend before a more substantial cooling trend finally arrives as we head through next week. And from the middle to latter half of next week, we're starting to feel a whole lot more like fall. We'll also have a chance for showers returning by the end of next week. As far as what we're seeing outside today, here's a live look outside at the Sundial Bridge in Reading. Somebody taking a little stroll across the bridge. Looks like that might be a security guard. Just get a little fresh air early on this morning, but it's a fantastic morning to get out and about for that fresh air. Towards the afternoon, probably going to be another day to make those plans to stay indoors because while it's not quite as hot as it's been, temperatures are still well above average. Upper 50s to mid 60s in the valley right now, 60s to low 70s in the foothills, and we're in the 30s to 40s in our mountain zones to start the day with wind out of the northeast to 7 miles an hour in Red Bluff, 6 miles an hour for Chico. Now winds are going to be fluctuating a bit today. For the mid-valley areas from Butte County up into the Sierra, we're seeing those winds out of the southwest. We're seeing west winds for the northern end of the valley, and gusts this evening could get briefly stronger in Reading, around 15 to 20 mile an hour gusts. We'll have winds that are a little stronger out of the north tomorrow. This is going to keep us dry in those overnight hours as far as the humidity is concerned, and lighter winds in the afternoon. And it's a rinse and repeat pattern for Sunday. Breezy north winds in the morning, not quite as substantial towards the afternoon hours, but still a little gusty in some areas, around 20 mile an hour gusts for Sunday afternoon out of the north. So it's going to be very dry for the air mass this weekend. And we're going to be dry today as well, but humidity not quite as low as it was earlier this week for the lion's share of the valley. It's still 32% though for Chico, and likely to see humidity values dipping into the teens, which means our air mass is going to lack a whole lot of moisture, and that lends itself to easy fire starts, especially with how dry our fuels are this late in the fire season. Clear skies overnight into this morning on the hyper-local look at the satellite and radar, but there is a little bit of a change of pace on that front today. We've got a cool system along the coast. It's not going to do a whole lot for us, but it will spread a few clouds inland through the mid-valley into the Sierra this afternoon. And then you can see this more substantial cool system rolling into the Pacific Northwest. That's flattened out that ridge off the coast, and this is why we're seeing temperatures slightly down compared to the last couple of afternoons today. But we still have high pressure to our east that's going to keep us dry and for the most part sunny. So 8 a.m. sunny skies, more sunshine at noon. Mid-afternoon, we see some clouds brushing on through the mid-valley into the foothills, but those are clearing out by around 5 to 6 p.m. Clear skies tonight. Sunny to start your Saturday, just sunny through the day. And after that, we're seeing more sunshine Sunday. And then as we head into next week, that's when we see that change of pace on the way. Starting to see the chance for showers along the Nevada border Tuesday into Wednesday. And then towards the end of next week, more cloud cover and much cooler temperatures on the horizon. Mid-80s to lower 90s for the northern mountains today. We'll end up in the 70s to 80s in the Sierra and Southern Cascades. Foothills in the upper 70s to upper 80s. And if you're in the valley today, mid-90s, so not as bad. 95 degrees in Reading, 96 for Red Bluff, Chico, and Orville, and 97 degrees for Willows. So it is still going to be toasty out there, just not expecting triple digits today. Now for the weekend, it's mid to upper 90s for the afternoons after low to mid 60s in the morning. Monday, we may see a slide of 1 to 2 degrees into the mid to upper 90s. And then we finally see that dip into the upper 80s Wednesday, mid 80s Thursday. And then Lauren, right now, the longer range projections are showing 70s and even a chance for showers returning by Friday of next week. So a pretty welcome change of pace finally arriving, but got to contend with the heat through this weekend.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks, Court.